Okay, in this tutorial, we're going to go through the work-in process through the work order system. So from the master menu, we want to go down to the work order system, which is number 14. And like I told you before, every single menu, the program is number 10, and it has three possible options. Well, in work orders, there's really only two. There's either the S is your I status and the H is your history. We don't use the open order within the work order system. So an S would be all your work in process that's currently happening, and an H is stuff that's already been invoiced and closed out. So what we want to do is do an S, and we want to list out everything, and we don't want to specify anything other than I want to look at a particular branch. In this case, it's branch number space space, because they do a clean job of running everything. Okay, and here's what we're looking for. There shouldn't be any jobs in the shop older than 30 days. And if there is, it's your job to find out why. So if we look at this, there's about $11,000 in open jobs out in the shop. And so these are your retail price of both, parts and labor. And this is technically your cost, and your labor is like 50% of cost. So here's the profit margin on every job, and it's typically around 40%. But back in the day when I used to work at a Chrysler dealership, there was a guy, and his job was to basically write every order in the shop, and we had, I want to say, 10 bays, maybe 12. And his job was to assign to the tune-up mechanic or the transmission mechanic whatever work needed to be done. And he wrote up a list of all the orders in the shop every single day. And then when we closed them out, they were invoiced and removed off of this list, and he started a new list every day. And the jobs that were closed out were no longer on the open item work in process list. So this is kind of the same thing. So the things I want you to look for is, let's see, right here. This job is a couple of months old. Obviously, it must be waiting on parts or something. So the whole idea is to find out, check with the parts department, check with the mechanic. All that information's there. And like I said, there shouldn't be anything in there older than 30 days. Most customers will not tolerate their machine out of service for more than 7. So this is just kind of, look and see what's there. Also, you can see that in this example, they were doing new units installs, and what that means is they would take a brand new unit and they wrote up a shop ticket to install it on a trailer for a customer. And so this was parts and labor for the installation, but they would end up selling that ticket to the new unit sales department. And that new unit sales department would sell the whole new unit plus the cost of the installation. So at the tail end, that pretty well covers this, but at the tail end of this report, we're looking for what kind of money is tied up. So standard time and labor, we got $6,000, $2,200 in parts, and any warranty labor. And this is how much is invested in that new unit install. There might be a couple of them, I didn't really look. But we're showing both the cost of parts and labor here on every ticket, the cost, the profit, and the profit percentage. So, it's pretty straightforward, but this is the kind of thing you need to stay on top of this report every single week. Actually, every single day. This should be your dispatch sheet within the shop. Okay, I hope this kind of cleared the air a little bit. Thank you for watching.